They may be farms, but there are no signs of soil or smelly manure. Instead, the sound of water flowing, a breeze, a pleasant temperature and bright artificial lights fill the indoor space of smart farms in South Korea. In this environment, countless numbers of different leafy plants thrive in multi-layered beds. Humans rarely frequent the enclosure, which looks similar to a laboratory. Apart from a cleaner with the vacuum cleaner that sucks water from empty plant beds, not a soul bothers the plants. A closer look at the crops reveals antenna-looking fixtures as small as a human finger installed here and there. Unlike the quiet space, the real game happens outside the enclosure played by computers. Reading data transmitted from the antennas, the computers care for the plants, varying temperature, light intensity and water flow amount, and remote control the enclosure's environment to maintain ideal conditions. The operation goes on round the clock, regardless of outside factors like seasonal effects, weather conditions, human error or animal intrusions. Plants grown in artificial environments, controlled by state-of-the-art artificial technologies, may seem odd to some people. Yet, considering how efficiently smart farming uses natural resources and energy to produce healthy crops continuously, the concept may well become a reality in a major way. Module pots. The method is being pursued by Enthing, a smart farm developer based in Jamwon-dong in Seocho-gu, Seoul. Leo Kim, CEO, came up with a plastic pot called Pixel. The container, measuring just over 5 centimeters in width, length and depth and weighing 16 grams, works as a module. Attachable to one another, each hydroponic pot grows a single seed and multiple pots produce plants accordingly. Pixels can be linked to make a planty square or in thousands to make a planty cube, a vertical farm in a shipping container-like space. All the components are Internet of Things inventions, with users controlling them with a dedicated smartphone app that transmits data through the company's firmware. Our company is oriented for exports, says Lee, who started the company in 2014. Because of the module-based design, the farm is easy to install. The cube's container concept is convenient in that it allows a faster counter-response to contamination compared to a large-scale factory. We don't have to shut down the entire facility but just isolate containers separately. The module basis also enables easy replacement of hardware parts. The company started operating the cubes in practice early this year, installing 3 in an unused space in Myeongdong in Gangbuk-gu, Seoul. Afterwards, Lee searched for spaces to install 100 additional cubes in 3 locations that he keeps secret. He said they would be operating within this year. Lee sold Planty Square to about 30 countries on crowdfunding site Kickstarter. In January, the company exported 2 Planty cubes to Pushtal Hostel in Copenhagen, Denmark, where smart farming using artificial lights and conveyor belts began in 1957. Lee believes that future farming is all about data. Crops' appearance, taste and growth period can all vary depending on different environmental elements that can be adjusted according to data. For example, a cucumber seed, when grown in an African country, can grow several times bigger than in Korea because of the different climate and environment. Manipulation of the data allows him to customize plants for people who cannot eat fresh plants because of health issues. For people with kidney problems and diabetes, he developed plants without potassium and nitrate, respectively. He has acquired a patent for this. We control the data, Lee says, describing the smart farm maintenance. Inside the controlled smart farms, we can grow crops the way we want. People who buy our module farms need our data to grow plants the way they want. Just as traditional computer servers evolved from a physical box to an online cloud server, Lee describes his smart farm models as cloud farms that he operates for customers, charging them an operating fee unrelated to output. Because traditional farming is affected by seasons and crops prices vary accordingly, the supply and demand chain is unstable, Lee says. Smart farms enable stable production and thus stable pricing. It brings down the cost of 100 grams of lettuce as low as a few $101 retail. It's just like the transition from CDs to online streaming for music listeners. Lee believes that just as computer engineers need their own working tools to develop programs, farmers need dedicated farming tools to focus on growing crops. He points out that farmers have so far been reluctantly burdened with things other than their main job, from searching for sales routes to managing venues and selling the products. The smart farms are a platform for farmers to focus solely on farming, he says.